The 10 plagues of Egypt. God sent Moses to Pharaoh with a message. "Let my people go so that they may worship me." But Pharaoh's heart was hard, and he refused. In response, God unleashed a series of devastating plagues upon Egypt to demonstrate his power and compel Pharaoh to release the Israelites. Water turned to blood. Moses struck the Nile River with his staff, and all the water turned to blood. Fish died, the river stank, and there was no water to drink. Yet Pharaoh's magicians did the same, and Pharaoh would not listen. Frogs. Frogs swarmed the land into houses, beds, ovens, and kneading bowls. Pharaoh pleaded for relief, and the frogs died. But once the plague ended, Pharaoh hardened his heart again. Gnats. Aaron struck the dust with his staff, and gnats came upon people and animals. Pharaoh's magicians couldn't replicate it and said, "This is the finger of God." Still, Pharaoh refused to yield. Flies. Swarms of flies filled Egypt, ruining the land, but God spared the Israelites in Goshen. Pharaoh agreed to let them go, then broke his word when the flies were gone. Death of livestock. A severe plague struck Egypt's livestock. Horses, donkeys, camels, herds, and flocks all died. But none of the Israelites' animals were harmed. Pharaoh investigated, but still resisted. Boils. Moses and Aaron scattered soot into the air, causing painful boils to break out on Egyptians and animals. Even the magicians couldn't stand before Moses because of the boils, but Pharaoh's heart remained hard. Hail. A terrifying hailstorm struck Egypt. Thunder, fire, and ice destroyed crops and livestock in the fields. Only in Goshen was there no hail. Pharaoh admitted his guilt, but once the storm ceased, he sinned again. Locusts. An east wind brought locusts that devoured every plant and tree left after the hail. Egypt was ruined. Pharaoh begged for forgiveness, but once again he changed his mind after relief came. Darkness. Thick darkness covered Egypt for 3 days. No one could see or move, but the Israelites had light in their dwellings. Pharaoh offered partial freedom, but refused full release. Moses declared Pharaoh would see his face no more. Death of the firstborn. At midnight, the Lord struck down every firstborn in Egypt, from Pharaoh's son to the lowliest servant's child, even the livestock. But the Israelites, who had marked their doors with lamb's blood as instructed, were spared. Wailing filled Egypt. Pharaoh finally relented and ordered the Israelites to leave. These plagues revealed God's power, justice, and mercy. They led to the Exodus, Israel's deliverance from slavery, the beginning of their journey to the Promised Land.